What it do, Airheads? Aere here, back for your daily video. It is Tuesday, the 8th of August. Hope everyone's having a good day. Bitcoin is actually pumping today. So it's playing out exactly kind of like I said it would happen in Discord here earlier today. I saw this liquidity come in about 29,700-ish, 29,650-ish. I said it just came in. Feels like we're going to be in for some more volatility. We could see whales go up for that liquidity above us as the CVDs started to rise on those large orders, both on the spot and perp side. And it's pumping today. I mean, we are up so far 2%. I mean, that's movement. We haven't had that in a while. It's been pretty darn boring. Right now, the thickest bit of liquidity sits above us. It looks like we're going to run up and tag it. 29,990 next. We might actually do it right now. 30,000 coming in hot. I do want to say, I apologize if I seem like I am lower energy than normal. I'm not really a high energy guy to begin with. I'm just like straight to the facts, no fluff type of guy, but threw my back out. It's been an ongoing issue. In a lot of pain right now, so kind of bear with me over this rest of this week, and in yesterday's video too, it kind of came through a little bit, but that's it. I just want to say sorry for the low energy. And if you've been paying attention, $30,000 is going to be a good level to take a short if we don't blast right through it. We should get a bounce to the downside. It's pretty thick right now. It looks like it has thinned a little bit as some of those orders. I mean, look, this switched to a lighter shade. This switched to a darker shade. So it actually got moved up. That's how this liquidity can work. So we know that this wall is still strong, this sell wall here, but it's not as strong as it was before we started moving to the top side. Bitcoin dominance is running up again as alts bleed into Bitcoin. Not a whole lot, but we're getting close to that 51% level again, probably going to test 52% in the coming days and weeks. Another thing I've noted is that the DXY is performing some kind of shoulder, head, and shoulders about. Close. Is this it here? And then we're going to pump up, but it is on the rise. So when the dollar rises, assets come down. So every asset class right now, except for Bitcoin, is coming down. Just about. Dow Jones, S&P, NASDAQ's down about 1.5% so far on the day right now. But Bitcoin doesn't care at all. It's running today. So as far as Bitcoin goes, I'm watching that 30K level. If we get a bounce to the downside off of 30K, as we should, unless the momentum is so strong and these whale orders, right? These CVDs, both on the perps, right? You can see they're coming up. If this continues to climb up, if these spot orders continue to climb up, it's possible we smash right through that $30,000 level. However, if we get a bounce to the downside, I would expect this rally to fizzle out a little bit, and hopefully we can start forming a range. Now, if we smash through and we turn 30,000 back to support, again, bullish up to about $31,000. And again, if we can reclaim this channel where we were back here before we slipped out, that's going to be bullish. That's going to be a bullish move. So how I anticipated this move coming today was liquidity. So this morning, before we started to move, I saw this liquidity coming in. I said, oh my God, that's a ton of liquidity. That's why you need to watch. That's why and how these charts can change so quickly. It's why a liquidity program like Bookmap or Trading Light or Kingfisher or Trading Different or any of these other sites are so important to watch, because it can just be moved like that. And I said to myself, well, that doesn't look natural. We're coming up and we're going to snag that. Now, we haven't quite snagged it. We haven't cleared it out yet. Right? I mean, it's still there. I mean, I can zoom all the way back in here until about here. So about 11:35 in the morning, we cleared it out and boom. So it wasn't so heavy. The momentum was strong enough to crash right through this. Now the orders at 30,000 are definitely stronger. So it's going to take even more momentum to crash through it. It kind of looks like, and we almost got a little lick up to about 29,890-ish, 29,800-ish before kind of falling back. So you can see these orders kind of flying in here. It's going to be a battle between the bulls and the bears today. At this current pace, I say we do test $30,000 today at some point. Whether that's in a few hours, whether that's power hour this afternoon, kind of that 2 to 4 o'clock time frame, or Asia tonight, it looks like, given the current, how these order books are set up, how the CVDs are playing out, that we're going to hit that 30K. Now, I'm going to be looking for a short there if we don't smash through it. That is probably going to be a good level, probably, based on everything I'm looking at right now at 12:30 Central Time, like we're going to bounce to the downside off of that level. So look, that's the Bitcoin update for so far for today, guys, right? We hit 30,000. We should bounce back down. Could be looking at coming down here, maybe 29,000, 29,880, something like that. But we're going to bounce between these liquidities. But as soon as I saw that come in, I knew it was over, and that's where we were headed. So that could change, right? We could see this 30,000 move up a little bit, and then all of a sudden we have a new ceiling. as we have kind of seen. Like, again, darker red, lighter red, some of those orders got moved up, right? So, I mean, look, you can see orders pulled right here, orders placed right here. So they are being moved up. That is bullish when you start seeing the orders move up like that. This is raising the ceiling for us. So the chase is on right now. So my suggestion is to play these liquidities, play these high, thick levels of liquidity today. Continue to watch it. Watch for where this comes in. You can obviously continue to watch, for chart patterns on smaller time frames and things like that. But more importantly than that is also these CVDs and then how they're playing out. Are we sell side heavy? Are we buy side heavy? Right now we're buy side heavy perp deltas, right? Boom, there you go. Pretty strongly too. We are buy side heavy on the deltas on the spot orders. And look at this Wells just coming up. And look at this, right? The 100K plus orders are coming down. The small spot CVDs are coming down. And for now, right, as of, again, 12:29 p.m. Central Time, whales are still ticking up. Swim with the whales, not the sharks. But that could change. That's why you got to stay up on these things. SHIB doing what I said it would. So, I mean, we had that flag. I said, hey, we're flagging out. Take your measured move. Look at that, right to the T. So we're coming up against some stiff resistance here. Some previous levels of support, now resistance. So, really we need to kind of crack through about that 000, or was that quadruple or 000, 9700. We do that, then we're going to be talking about kind of coming up back here into this range. So SHIB right now looking bullish against stiff resistance right now. If we can flip this level here to support, we're going to continue on up. So I'm going to continue to watch SHIB for flags, for shoulders, head and shoulders, to help dictate which way we're going to go. But as long as Bitcoin keeps pumping, SHIB right now on a tear, up 7.5% on the day. We can see where that pump happened, where that XRP lawsuit decision got made. XRP not a security, yay, markets pumped. Everyone sold the top. Everyone paper-handed. They took profits. That's not a bad thing. You should always pay yourself out and take profits. However, it seems like that's all that's been happening. It's been just a steady downturn. This is the 4-hour chart on Cypher B. You can see right now, the markets are happy. They're buying. Bitcoin's up. Everyone's having fun. Money flow still bleeding out. We need this to kind of come back up above that zero line in order to get a proper pump again on XRP. But it's looking good. Stokes, RSIs coming to the top side. You look at the daily though, I mean, it's just bleeding heavy, right? Bearish divergence here. We are printing a green dot today, so that's good. Let's build off of that. Let's flip this thing around, right? Let's come back up on the momentum. Let's get that VWAP up. Let's get that money flow to stall out here. Let's get a rounded bottom. Let's go back to the top side. 4-hour looks like it can push that if this momentum keeps up. But key levels on XRP that I'm watching today are those red lines right there. So we got that bounce out at 0.60. Next resistance, you're gonna be looking at 6.5 and 6.6 and 0.682. Hopefully this is the bottom, because you do kind of see it here, right? 4-hour chart, rounded bottom. Typically you round the corner and come on up. So my guess is we got some more top side in XRP, short-term wise. Long-term wise, of course. Now, I'm not calling this a rally. This is not a 2% after being down for so much is not a rally. If we can get back above 30K Bitcoin and hold it, that's when the rally is going to start again. It's just a matter of if, right? You got a plan for both scenarios. You got a plan for that 30K to act as resistance to where we fall off, and for it to act as a possible breakthrough. You didn't have a plan for both. So Dogecoin now. So Dogecoin, kind of like SHIB that we just talked about, where you got that rounded bottom we bounced up, right? Big liquidity grab down, but rounded bottom bouncing up. So you got your double bottom topping off, coming to the top side. So 0.7507 would be bullish to hold this. If we blast right through it, great. Then we got to hold that 0.07602. And then guess what? We're right back into range. We're right back into possible 0.8085, 0.09, 0.1 are in the cards. But like I said, we got to take just one level at a time. Kind of a similar story, right? I mean, money flows bleeding out. We did get that green dot print. Stokes and RSIs are coming up. VWAP's coming up. So these next kind of 4 hours to close the day, and as we get into the Asia Open, are going to be huge to continue this rally. Just not let it fizzle out. Daily wise, Doge wants to pump, right? I mean, X, right? Twitter, Elon Musk. But it's been in the green and it's stayed in the green. So if you look at the daily chart here, let's turn off these indicators so it's easier just to see. Let's get rid of that, and here you go. I mean, Doge has really been on a crusade ever since, you know, the rumors of Elon turning, you know, the crypto switch, I guess you could say, on, you know, there's lots of rumors that they're gonna have a crypto exchange that you can swap. There's so much we just don't know. But we do know one thing is that he loves Doge, and anytime he mentions it, Doge pumps. But it's been on a tear since the beginning of June, right? I mean, yeah, it's had some lows, but guess what? They're higher lows, right? I don't even know if you consider that a low, but higher low, higher high every single time. So if this continues, right, and this is the low, we hit that resistance. And again, I didn't just turn this on. This has been on my chart for a while now. You can see why, right? Resistance, 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 resistance. Now it was support, 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 support. So it looks like so far this has held. So that's bullish. So we can kind of continue up. So I would say if this pattern continues, we're smashing this 0.85 because we're going to make a higher high, just like we did previously and previously and previously and previously and previously. And then we'll make another lower low, and then we'll keep building. Like I said, guys, if you ever want something TA'd for the next video, or if you want it sooner than that, you can always hop in Discord, discord.gg/alpha-aere. First 100 people that join who are active are going to be grandfathered into any type of paywall I do in the future. That means you get it for free. You get the alpha for free. More importantly, that gets to belong to a pretty cool community, if I do say so, for free. But so this gentleman, MZEIYAM, Winewe, I hope I'm saying that right. Apologize if I'm not, from Kenya. He wants to know, what is my take on HBAR? So I'm going to pull up HBAR, but again, if you want something dissected for tomorrow's video, drop it down below. I check these comments. So HBAR, let's take a look at HBAR. So it's kind of similar to what Doge is doing, right? So you got your high, higher high, higher high. You have your low, right? Rounded bottoms, low, rounded bottom, low, rounded bottoms. Now we made that higher high again. And it looks like, I mean, we're in a pretty thick pocket of previous liquidity. So, you know, I'm going to call this resistance for all intents and purposes. It was a higher high. I think it could maybe kind of come up a little bit more on HBAR today anyways, but it's going to keep, if as long as it keeps doing the same thing, right? It's just going to keep making higher highs and higher lows. That's going to be great. Predictable patterns are great. Now, let's paint you the bearish scenario, right? Let me get rid of all this crap that I just drew. So here is the bearish scenario. So bearish scenario wise is you can't just pump your face off forever. We're in an ascending wedge. We're in a rising wedge pattern. Now, typically speaking, again, 70 to 80% of the time, these are going to break down. They just do. So this puppy is going to be due for a retest, but as long as that retest is not all the way down to the bottom, that's still bullish. So, you know, does it break out all the way? Doesn't necessarily have to. And it could do something like this still, right? You could kind of come down, kind of come up, down, up. It's still making higher highs and higher lows. And then eventually it gets high enough and people are like, all right, I'm going to pay myself some money. They start cashing out. And you retrace a little bit, retest a key level of support, and you blast off again. So that is the bearish sentiment here. Pretty tradable channel on HBAR. More or less for spot plays. I probably wouldn't do perpetuals on this because some of these wicks are insane, 12%, enough to liquidate anybody just about. So that's both the bullish and the bearish scenarios. It looks like we're on track to keep making higher highs, higher lows, but at some point it looks like we're going to have that kind of fall out of the channel, right? You catch your support and then you blast off. What you want to do is just take it one level at a time. So far so good. Higher highs, higher lows. Eventually it's probably going to slip this channel, right? As long as you catch yourself and you don't retrace this whole channel, that's bullish because you're higher than you initially started in the channel from this kind of bottom down here on the 10th of June. So that's my prediction. That's what I'm looking at for HBAR. Also, if you zoom way out, you got your rounded bottom, you got your rounded bottom. So it's almost like that double bottom pattern playing out. So if the momentum stays, so if we see a continual increase in the money flow, here we go. So it's green right now. You can kind of see behind this yellow here. And the VWAP's up means people are buying right now. Stokes and RSIs are heading up. We still have plenty of room to go on the momentum wave. This is on the daily chart, right? So, you know, we could make a bullish divergence there, a higher high even on the momentum wave. We could continue up. It's possible. We just need this money flow, this green line here, to continue up or to maintain while the VWAP stays to the top side, meaning that the orders are heavily weighted on the top, that more people are buying than selling. So as long as those keep up, we should keep up in an upward momentum. So you got a couple scenarios there. Check out Kaspa real quick. So if you guys have mentioned, we've been following this coin for a while now. So I made videos on it about 10 months ago when this was worth like literally nothing, and it's gone up 2,000% plus since. It's been like a rocket ship. It's been one of those gems in a bear market that you could only hope to find. And boy, did we pick a good one. So, you know, we were in this previous bullish pennant pattern that played out exactly where I said it would. I mean, there's the measured move. We were kind of flagging out again. Didn't quite make it up to that 0.562, but made it about halfway, 60% of the way there. That is a win, ladies and gentlemen. More importantly than that, here's what happened today. So Kaspa had a retest, held that support around 0.430. Now, you know, maybe we'll get another retest, but we should be able to build off this again and hopefully kind of reflip now 0.0508. Flip this to support. We're looking for up here. We flip this to support. Let's go to the next level. So Kaspa still looking bullish. Let's take a look at the money flow on Kaspa. Let's see if we're still green. We're still green, right? Still looking green. A little bit of a downturn today. You know, we have that little, about an equal high here. Maybe we come back down a little bit, retest that level again below us I was just talking about before we kind of blast off again. But money flow is just solid, right? Bullish divergence on the money flow. So you can see we were red 2 days in a row. So people are taking a little bit of profits. That's fine. It's got up 2,000%. If you don't pay yourself off of a 2,000% run, what are you doing? It looks like the money flow is still there to hold us in this range, even as we are selling today and yesterday. So I would continue to expect us to climb up until you see this kind of money flow to come down, and unless this VWAP just sharp turn down. But Stokes RSI is hanging on, pointing down a little bit today, but that's okay, right? I mean, you can't go up straight line forever, but those are the key levels in Kaspa I'm looking for. Bullish on this project in general. That's all I got for you guys today. I appreciate you for watching. No real news to cover today. It's kind of boring. Everyone's still talking about PayPal and their PYUSD stablecoin that we talked about in yesterday's video. That's all I got today. Just wanted to get you a couple updates here and let you know I'm always available in Discord if you want something TA'd. If you just want to hang out, come on in, give us a try. Discord.gg/alpha-air. Other than that, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys. I'll be in Discord all day. Fielding questions, charting, holler if you need anything, and we'll see you guys here tomorrow.